This is actually a pretty cool looking spot. So as you can see, I'm on the side of the road. A pretty busy road actually today. It's a open, I'm not sure what it is, if it's a, there's a neighborhood around there, so it's not super hidden. It's actually in plain view, and you can see people have come here, done donuts. I'm still trying to break in the clutch in this car, so I haven't done anything silly. It's a good time to see how dirty it is. It was raining 5 minutes ago down the road. A mile this way, it's completely hot and dry. It's the way it is around here. Shame that people come here and put trash there, because it's actually cool little spot to hang out. Please don't blame me for anything. I just came here for an Instagram picture. What? And actually, since we're here, I wanted to make a quick little video about this. How much did it cost to manual swap my IS300? Well, considering that 95% of these things were automatic, the manual ones are really, really sought after, and everybody wants to turn these into a manual, as you can see. No, I haven't cleaned up the Taco Bell sauce. It's for decoration at this point. I am sweating my butt off just sitting here trying to record. I really hope a cop doesn't come over and just gives me a hassle for standing here and recording. And I guess the point of this video is get you a rough estimate of how much you're gonna spend if you're gonna manual swap your IS300. Technically, I went the more expensive route and bought a whole donor car, but you can easily piece everything together, and that might be the cheaper way, might be the more painful way, because you have to track down all the different parts, and sometimes they don't have bolts. With a donor car, you have all the spare bolts and everything, so it's kind of nice in that sense. I don't know if I've actually set a price of how much I got this car, but I got this for $3,600 when it was automatic. It was in pretty rough shape, and it still is in rough shape. I do want to clean it up. I feel like I say that in every video, I'm gonna clean this car up and make it nicer. But no, 3,600 bucks for the car. It came on some BC Racing coilovers, LS400 front brakes, which is probably the main reason why this car sold me, the coilovers and the front brakes. Then the gray donor car you've seen in some other videos, I purchased that for $2,100, which I think that was a little too expensive in my opinion. The gray car was a running and driving car, so it was just missing a radiator and a whole bunch of other stuff because it wasn't an accident. At first I wanted to fix the donor car, but after being under it and seeing all the rust, it wasn't worth it. For $2,100, I got the whole drivetrain. I replaced the diff on this thing with the manual diff because the original automatic diff was whining and making noises. So they're both LSDs, so it's kind of a nice thing. Everybody says that the manual with the automatic diff, because it has shorter gear ratios, is a little bit better. It makes the car feel a little peppier. So unfortunately I have the longer manual 3.7 differential. I've also heard people putting the FRS diff in this, because those are even shorter gears and the car feels a lot peppier. So maybe in the future I'll look into getting a welded FRS diff or something. But for now, this car has a manual rear diff, manual transmission, and automatic ECU still. From the $2,100 from the donor car, I bought a clutch for it, which was about $300, a resurfaced flywheel, which was about $50, and a couple, little, fluids here and there. All in total, maybe $2,500, including the donor car to swap this thing into manual. For $2,500, you can find another automatic IS300. So if we add the original price of this car for $3,600 and the $2,100 for the donor car, sitting right under $6,000 for a manual IS300. Realistically is what they go for. Finding one of these in a manual, $6,000 is not super outrageous. What they go for some reason. That's, the supply and demand. People want the manual one, so they're willing to pay. Swapping this thing for $2,500, it's kind of expensive, but keep in mind, I do have a whole donor car to part out, which I could get a couple, maybe $500 out of it if I'm lucky, and I get to keep the spare engine out of the donor car, so which I want to build and learn how to do that. I haven't really dove into building a motor, so that'll be kind of fun, a little project I can take my time with, not necessarily make a video out of it, but yeah, it'd be cool to build the 2J, make an NAT setup, and once that build, plop it in here or put it in the FRS. I don't know, but that's it. Just quick little video, super short. This video probably isn't the best as like how much it would cost, because I just bought a donor car and everything was there. And a couple people actually inboxed me about the parts card. They want some parts. Bear with me. I will get back to you. Being that the parts car is like 3 hours away from here, yeah, it'll take me a second to get you parts, but if you're patient, I will sell you whatever things you need. And the sun came out. Even just sitting down here away from the sun feels a lot better. But with that, it's my time to go. I don't want any federales to come in just to blame me for all that trash that's there. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna, oh, loud cars. I am on the side of the road, but yeah, I'm gonna get the AC going because I'm building. Bye.